We're here at Sigiriya. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. Anyway, I'm gonna find some places to draw here. Maybe I'll do 2 different drawings, maybe a 20-minute, maybe a 10-minute. Haven't decided yet, depends on how I'm feeling. Anyway, welcome to the channel. Come draw along with me, or don't. Do whatever it is that you're feeling like doing. And yeah, we're gonna have an awesome time. So cool. There was an ancient palace up there and water gardens, and there's a rock garden. So I think I already have one drawing with it in the background. So we will find a nice place to draw near here. And thank you for joining. Let's get going. So I was thinking we could do a 10-minute drawing or maybe 12-minute drawing here. I'm gonna draw the landscape, and hopefully I'm in frame. And I'm just gonna do a quick drawing. And yeah, hopefully everything is working. Oof. This is Sigiriya Rock. It was a palace of a king a long time ago. And the legend says that, so there was a king, and he had a child with one of his concubines, or like mistresses, and he also had one legitimate child. Back in the day, legitimate, illegitimate. And this child, who is from the mistress, wanted to become king. So he committed patricide, which is he killed his father, and then moved the capital of Sri Lanka to this area. And so this became the capital for 18 years in the 400s, 450, something like that. And it's got so much cool stuff. There's like this moat system, and archaeological finds are all around this area. They found coins from the turn of the century. From the Roman Empire. They also found coins all the way from China here. Just totally fascinating spot. And so I'm just doing a quick drawing so that I have a memory, and you're free to draw along. You're free to do whatever it is that you want to do, or draw these tourists. I felt like this was a fun place to get some drawing done. So here I am. And remember, there's no good drawing, there's no bad drawing. Just get out there, do some drawings. And if you're afraid to get out there, I guess this channel is there for you, so you don't even have to get out there to draw. But if you just want to draw with me, that's okay. Then the king, so they had this empire here for like 18 years or so. And then apparently his brother, who had fled to India, returned, and they had a big battle. And the king who had killed his father unalived himself when he saw that he was going to lose the battle. And that is the legend of this spot. There's also a legend that he kidnapped a bride from mainland India. So there's a lot of legends about this spot, Sigiriya. Some are probably true, many maybe not true. But a legendary temple upon a rock, and there are water gardens up there and a rock garden. I'm very excited to get up there. That's why this drawing session is going to be a shorter drawing session, because I'll be real, it's very hard for me to stay patient right now. I'm so excited. Okay, a fair number of tourists here. But not as many as I was expecting, probably because it's a little overpriced to enter. It's about $35 to enter, which isn't that expensive in the grand scheme of things in my life, but it is more expensive than most tickets in Sri Lanka. Maybe the most expensive thing you can do as far as museums go. Obviously, you could pay more for like a hot air balloon or something like that. For our Chinese followers, they're getting some extra content in the background. I love drawing tourists. Very fun. They're always dressed great. They always have little hats and hoods and all sorts of nice accoutrements. So if you don't want to draw the rock, you can draw the people. And if you don't want to draw the people, you can draw me. And if you don't want to draw me, you can draw what's on your desk. You don't have to do anything particular. And if you just want to zen out and listen to my voice, that's also okay. If you're having a hard day, that's okay. This is just a place to come and chill out. This is far from a perfect drawing, my God. It is hard. A lot of perspective going on. I'm drawing a couple holding hands, just vaguely drawing them. And you know what's great is my drawing's not that good. But who cares? I'll show it to you. You can be the judge of that. I'm having fun. It's funny because I don't always have, this chipper personality when I'm drawing, but it is nice when I'm filming because it reminds me of what I draw, because I'm reminding myself while I do it. That is positive. God. Perfect day, fluffy clouds. Also, what a great place to build your fort. Like, this is like peak spot to build an evil fort, right? Like you committed patricide, then you build your big fort. You're like, yeah, Dad, you said I couldn't do it. Well, now I'm king, and I'm gonna have a fort, and it's gonna be on top of a rock. That's how I imagine this guy to be, this evil dude. And I'm gonna kidnap a bride. Whatever he was up to. This is a real I'll show you Dad fort. When I'm King. What's that song for Lion King? Some real scar fort. I love drawing at ruins because it always adds a memento mori to your drawing. A memento mori in classical art is when a skull is included to remind us of our own fragile lives and how they don't last. We don't live forever. And so I feel like when you draw a ruin, that's just already included in your drawing, that reminder of our imminent and inevitable demise. Not to get too philosophical, but that is something that people think about when they design drawings. I'm totally gonna run out of space in my phone today. Speaking of death, my phone is gonna die for sure. That's okay. Oh, what a beautiful cloud. I feel so lucky. I'm excited. This sunset today is gonna be, whew, I got a feeling it's gonna be good. God, yeah, if you build your fort up there, you're gonna feel pretty safe from invaders. Guess it didn't save them though. Brothers, they'll find you. Okay, well, I'm calling it on this drawing. If you want to keep drawing this section, feel free to loop the video. I'll show you what I drew, and then I'm moving on to the next place. Maybe the next video will be part of the same series. I haven't figured out how I'm going to upload these, but I'm sure it will all be evident by the information I provide. So, here is this drawing. Whew, it is hot. Put it down on the ground. Actually, maybe I'm gonna hold it up. I'm just gonna hold it up for you. If you're not done drawing, loop this section. Anyway. Okay, we're moving on to the next spot. So now I'm on top of the rock, and there's this cool cistern. This is a natural pool that they built, and rainwater can fill it. There was a giant palace up here. It kind of looks like Machu Picchu or something like that. I'm gonna do a quick drawing, and you're welcome to join along, as per usual, as I said in the intro. And I'm on a race against the clock because the sun is setting, so I'm gonna do a little drawing here, and then maybe we'll move to another location, or maybe I'll be done for the day. We'll see. Wow. I feel so lucky to be here. See what I draw. I don't know if I'm going to draw people or if I'm going to draw just the landscape, but wow. I haven't been to Machu Picchu, but this is what I imagine it to look like. Ooh, did I lose one of my pens? Totally possible that I did. A lot of hiking today. It was not a minor amount of steps to get up here. It was a lot of steps. How's it going?
Huh? So, 水が流れるためにみたいなやります。水流れこいです。こっちはこの階段があります。
I'm so excited for this sunset. I think it's going to be spectacular. Ooh, this woman has lovely pants that have tulips on them. God, it is so beautiful here. It is crazy to think that someone built a palace up on top of this enormous rock. But ancient kings were crazy, so. Hello. Can you imagine what a palace up here must have looked like? Just, there was probably giant wooden structures. Inside the museum, you could see ceramics that were built into the wall. I bet there were fish living in this pond. It's also kind of crazy to believe that this is only probably 18 or 19 years. They said 18, but they said plus or minus, that this was built over and lived in. What does it say in this? What year was it? It says King Kasayapa, 477 to 495. 477 to 495. Amazing. There are beautiful paintings on the walls as well. I always get distracted. That's okay. Came here to have a nice time. I also sometimes think about, there's this guy who, quote unquote, discovered, obviously, H.C.P. Bell kind of undersaw the archaeology of this place, but I'm sure he was a bad person. Just judging from the photos I saw of him in the museum, it does not look like he was a nice person to hang out with. But I think about what it must have been like, when it was covered in jungle, this whole place, and how exciting it must have been to quote unquote discover it. You're crawling through the jungle and suddenly you come across this giant rock. Must have been really cool. I don't know if you can see it in frame, but there are beautiful birds filling up the sky. And I'm a pretty fast drawer, so if you need more time, as I always say, loop the video. Put on some music. Something I always think about is, what are those power structures that allow these men in history, or leaders in general, to convince people to do these great works for them? These huge stone structures, and either people have to really believe that you're a god or a king, and how does one even have the self-assurance to get people to do that? Can't imagine it. But then we have modern billionaires, and they seem like horrible people, and they get people to do all sorts of things, but they're at least paying those people most of the time. But maybe they were providing these people with food and shelter and protection. I guess that's, in theory, what was happening back then. I have no clue. Threats of violence. Of what would happen if you didn't build this palace, I guess. wonder if I'll finish this drawing. Sunset is coming so fast. Anyway, that's enough of me talking. Let's hear the peaceful sound of the wind. I forgot to say they're very cute puppies up here.
Mấy bạn tính nhỉ? Có con này rồi. Chúng ta có lên trên có vô là thì nữa.
One of these trees I drew kind of looks fake, but I promise it does look like this in real life. But what are you gonna do? Sometimes that's a problem with drawing. You're like, no, I promise it looked like that. At least to me it did.
They are putting some sands, granite sandstones, like some pieces. They stuff the things and they throw the water together, and that's how they filter the book. And all the royal families and even in a severe drought period, at least 3 to 4 feet of water is always maintained. And the rainy days, 1 month before when I came here, all these areas were filled. Yeah, it goes up to this level. You can't walk like that. Because the water level was deep. This is getting 5th century age. Yes, near 1500 years ago. From
1,500 years ago. Crazy.
like the Romans. But immense structure.
Wow. It is so beautiful out here. And you might be thinking, well, I want to go draw something. Just go draw something beautiful outside. Even if it's snowy, there's something beautiful to draw from a cafe. There's always something nice to draw. You don't have to be on top of a mountain. You don't have to be at an ancient ruin. I've shot some of these videos in markets, wherever. Sit on the floor of a supermarket. Everywhere is interesting. There's always something fascinating. I know this sounds like a mom to say this, but there's no such thing as boredom. There's always something interesting. So get out there, go draw. Does this look like what I'm looking at? Hell no. Will I have this drawing forever? Hell yeah. Okay. Oh my god, there's some birds. The birds are so beautiful. Okay, I'm calling it. Like I said, if you're not done, leave the video, mute me. I'm gonna bring this up to you so you can see it. And man, I'm gonna go watch that sunset. I've done 6 drawings today, so I think I might have earned it. I might do one more if this video has more time left, and if my camera has more space left in it. I'm honestly running out of room. So I'm gonna walk up. Ooh, man, I have gotten my steps in today, I can tell you that. Ooh, I've got to climb up this wall now. Trust me, this is not as easy as it looks. Okay, I'm gonna show you what I drew. If I can. I will show you. I'm gonna turn this. This is what I drew. Just a quick little sketch. And wow. This is going to be an amazing sunset. I'm going to stand down here and say goodbye for now. In a second. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I might try to shoot one more, I might not. So I'll do an outro anyway, but like, subscribe, all those things. Bye-bye, cuties. And we'll see if there's another section of this video.